Class of 2017, you may take your seats. Good evening. I am Jim Daig, the principal of Hempfield High School. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this evening's commencement program for the class of 2017. We are gathered here tonight in a formal ceremony to celebrate the significant milestone in the lives of these young men and women. At this time, would you please stand and remain standing and join our Hempfield singers in singing our national anthem. Thereafter, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Gentlemen, would you please remove your hats?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Christopher Adams.
Thank you, Mr. Daig. Good evening and welcome to the class of 2017 and to all the family members and friends who are here to support this outstanding group of young people we will celebrate this evening. During my 10 years with the school system, I've come to believe that Hempfield is a Quad A district, meaning we pursue and achieve excellence in the area of academics, the arts, athletics, and altruism. Over the years, I have found many examples to support this belief as I've spent time in classrooms, attended concerts, performances, athletic contests, and other events, and experienced and appreciated the wide variety of products created by our students. I'm grateful for the many powerful and rewarding experiences I've had again this year while observing and interacting with students, staff, and community members. Members of the class of 2017, I am proud of the many accomplishments you have achieved in the areas of academics, the arts, and athletics, as well as your altruistic pursuits that have made a lasting impact on our community. Observing your hard work and seeing the many ways you've grown and distinguished yourself during your career at Hempfield remind me of why I entered this profession 33 years ago, some 15 years before you were born. In the area of academics, 3 seniors were named National Merit Finalists this year, and 12 members of the class were named National Merit Semifinalists or Commended Students. Our Quiz Bowl team won the 25th Conestoga Valley Quiz Bowl tournament and went undefeated in the Brain Busters competition, defeating Lancaster Mennonite in the championship match with the highest match score recorded all season. 3 students qualified for the National Future Business Leaders of America competition for the 2nd year in a row. Our high school environmental club earned the right to represent all of Lancaster County in the state Envirothon competition, and our communication technology students won first place in the prestigious music video category at the National School Television Network competition. Tonight, we will recognize and honor 535 graduates in the Hempfield class of 2017. Roughly 75% of these graduates will continue their education at 2- or 4-year schools. More than 13% of our students will join a certificate program or enter the workforce, and 2% of our graduates will enter a branch of the military to serve our country. Yeah. With regards to the arts, this school year we recognized 5 Pennsylvania Music Education Association All-State musicians, 2 All-East musicians, and 2 All-National musicians. Also, our Jazz 1 band earned Hempfield High School's first ever Cavalcade of Bands State Jazz Band Championship. Numerous student artists had their work accepted into a show at the National Watch and Clock Museum, placing them in the company of artists from as far around the world as Russia. And earlier this year, one of our seniors was awarded one of just 3 countywide portfolio awards for students in the visual arts. This spring, our student performers shared fabulous productions of The Little Mermaid and A Night in the Museum with our school community. And for anyone who attended the high school's recent art walk, you know that the visual arts are very much alive and well at Hempfield. As I share frequently, I never cease to be impressed by the sheer quantity of high-quality art produced by our students in all areas of creative endeavor. Students produced some truly marvelous work again this year. In the area of athletics, we earned 4 Section 1 titles, celebrated 2 Lancaster Lebanon League championships, had 2 teams win District 3 titles, and had 3 teams advance to the PIAA state quarterfinal round, placing them in the top 8 teams across the state of Pennsylvania in their respective sports. During a National Signing Day event in February, we acknowledged 22 student athletes who will go on to further their education and compete in college, having committed to participating in a sport while continuing their education at the Division 1, 2, or 3 level. With respect to altruism, students in the class of 2017 did not lose sight of opportunities to give back to the community. You have to go a long way to find another school that demonstrates the level of civic service and contribution for which Hempfield High School students have become known. During your senior year, students in our technology and engineering department grew 10 varieties of Pennsylvania native trees in our tree nursery and donated them to the Hempfield community, including the Ahert Dream Park, where they will provide shade for the next generation of Hempfield students. Our 2016-17 Student Council collected more than 2,200 pounds of food in their November food drive to help families within Hempfield, and also raised more than $2,000 in the annual variety show to provide scholarships to benefit students in need. And most recently, the Hempfield High School Minithon organization raised more than $60,000 for the 4 Diamonds Fund to aid in the fight against pediatric cancer. Hempfield High School clubs and groups continue to excel in the area of giving back to the community, due in no small part to the leadership and contributions provided by many members of the class of 2017. These accomplishments and others too numerous to mention will live on with the Hempfield High School class of 2017, and I believe the experiences you've had during your career that resulted in these accomplishments have prepared you well for the challenges you will face in the years ahead. Earlier this year, I was privileged to hear NASA astronaut Captain Scott Kelly talk about his career and his experiences in space, flying the space shuttle and setting the record for Americans' longest stay in space on the International Space Station, 340 days. And this was after a shorter mission during which he spent 159 days on the space station. I was actually surprised by the emotional reaction I had to his talk. To hear him narrate the beautiful video footage and photos he shared that were taken while he was in space was both humbling and inspiring. Truthfully, I must admit to being more than a little bit awestruck during his conversation. Captain Kelly actually shared, however, that he was a mediocre student in school. It was not until after reading Tom Wolfe's book, The Right Stuff, as an 18-year-old college student, that the spark was lit in him to become a test pilot, which ultimately led to his career as an astronaut. As I was listening, I began to think about how access to Hempfield's well-rounded curricular and extracurricular experiences and activities helped ignite your passion. Perhaps you've not yet identified what your passion points are. If not, that's okay. As you leave high school and face the next set of challenges during your life journey, I encourage you to seek out activities, experiences, and jobs that allow you to explore your different skills, interests, and gifts. Fortunate in life are those who figure out how to connect what they're passionate about with the work they do or the career path they choose. What Captain Kelly learned about himself and what drove him through his career as a naval aviator, an experimental pilot, and astronaut was that the sense of fulfillment he realized during his career was rooted in taking on challenges, in doing what he called doing really hard things. He shared that this sense of fulfillment was extremely motivating to him throughout his career. I believe that to realize success when faced during really hard things, the following habits are essential. First, work consistently to make small improvements. Commitment to continuous improvement of your talents, abilities, attitudes, and perspectives is crucial. Otherwise, not only will you not progress, you will fall behind, for the world will continue to change and evolve around you. Second, challenge the status quo and be willing to take risks, to navigate failure, to endure and persist in the pursuit of challenging goals. For without doing so, there is no progress, there's no growth, there's no learning. Third, focus on the things you can control and resist spending valuable time and energy on things beyond your control. Without this mindset, it's difficult to develop and sustain the momentum needed to persist and achieve difficult things. Fourth, accept and promote the importance of teamwork. There's nothing we cannot accomplish, even when working with people from diverse backgrounds who seem very different from us, if we commit to working together. As I reflected on Captain Kelly's talk, the construction of the International Space Station is proof positive of this notion. And finally, demonstrate gratitude for the good things in your life. In particular, make it a habit to thank your parents, family members, friends, and other loved ones who celebrate your successes and support you as you encounter challenges, take risks, and strive to overcome adversity. At Hempfield, we take seriously our responsibility to prepare students to realize personal growth, achievement, and success when faced with challenges, or as Captain Kelly put it, doing really hard things. And you, the class of 2017, have accepted the challenges presented both in and out of the classroom. Because of this, it's my belief that you're prepared not only to survive in the 21st century, but to thrive. Your commitment to success has brought you here this evening, celebrating what I hope will be one of the best days of your life. So as I conclude tonight, and in the spirit of the very risk-taking that I've encouraged you to undertake as you move forward, I'd like to share with you several lines of a popular song by American authors called Best Day of My Life. There will be some opportunity, if you know the song, for audience participation. Feel free to join me if you know the song. I had a dream so big and loud, I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I stretched my hands out to the sky, we danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna go back, I'm never gonna give it up. Please don't wake me now, 'cause this is gonna be the best day of my life. Thank you. Thanks for your help. I was a little worried about that. So thank you, Hempfield High School class of 2017, for dreaming big and loud. This is not the time to look back with regret or anxiety. This is a time to look ahead, to stretch out your hands to the challenges that lie before you. You have made us proud during your school career, and our school community is a better place because of your efforts and contributions. We anxiously await hearing about your future experiences, which you will surely celebrate as some of the best days of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Adams, for your comments and singing this evening. Now I'd like all the members of our district senior administrative team who are present on stage this evening to stand to be recognized. Without the support you provide us at the building level, we would not be able to provide all the wonderful educational opportunities and programs that are available to our students. Thank you. All right. Each year, the Commencement Committee, which is comprised of high school faculty members, choose a theme for the student commencement address. The theme chosen for this year's commencement program is "The Journey is the Story." All seniors are invited to audition to speak at commencement. The committee then selects 2 speakers and 1 alternate. In addition to the 2 speakers chosen to present their addresses this evening, the class valedictorian, student council president, and senior class president will also speak during the ceremony. An alternate speaker is also chosen to participate in the commencement ceremony in the event that one of the chosen speakers is unable to deliver his or her address. Our alternate speaker this year was Alexander Puithis. This morning at our final commencement rehearsal, Alexander delivered his speech entitled "The Future is Now" to the class and did a great job. Please join me in congratulating Alexander for his contribution to this year's commencement preparations. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our first 2 commencement speakers. Madeline Meldrum, our class valedictorian, will present her speech entitled "Wrapping Up Our Hempfield Journey." Come forward, Madeline. Madeline will be followed by Britt Dusha, who will present her speech entitled "Our Journey is a Story."
In terms of formal etiquette, this may seem a slight breach. You all expect that I have some great wisdom that I'll teach. But anyone can stand up on a podium and preach. And I'm a Hempfield grad, and so I'm wrapping this speech. Because though I seem uptight, I think it's only right that we make this commencement one memorable night. And I know that all of you out there have heard this stuff before, all those themes of chasing dreams and always wanting more, but I'm sure that the core of what these things are for is to show you that you can get up off the floor. And each corny speech is intended to teach that as far as you reach is as far as you'll soar. But don't get me wrong, troubles will come along, and the louder you sing, the more painful your song. But through trials and miles of crawling through muck, when you run out of luck and it seems like you're stuck, don't give up, because it's worth it. This earth is not perfect, but neither are we. So you see, naturally, life's a mess, and there's stress, and yet nevertheless, we're the Hempfield Black Knights, not damsels in distress. So we press through the pain, and we dance in the rain, and we change and we grow. We learn how to let go, and it's these times that show we are more than we know. So don't ever think when you're right on the brink that it's better to quit than it is to sink, because in all situations, when it's looking grim, it's only overboard that you learn to swim. And whether it's dim or bright, whether daytime or night, you can't keep persevering. Don't give up the fight, because through every plight, you will find that in flight, it is only the harsh winds that pick up the kite. And we're in this together, through storms or fair weather. The journey's the learning's the growing, so don't live your story without even knowing, because though life discombobulates with closing gates and weird roommates, and having too much on your plate, whatever your state, great things await as you learn to circumnavigate. And this life's a battle, and like any war, you have to have something that's worth fighting for. I'd argue the true reason for all we do is not money or fame, even happiness too if you focus on you. For to me, the true key to felicity is to serve and observe to make others happy. Because by caring and sharing the burdens they're bearing, we bind all mankind, and as we're intertwined, then we're shown that we've grown more than we could alone. Because the more we give, the more we live, and glory in the collective. Imagine what this world would be if we changed our priorities and seized the opportunities, if charities beat enmities and we could live in unity. It sounds naive, but I believe it's something that we can achieve. So rise above and learn to love, because that's what true joy is made of. Love everyone, no matter who, no matter what they say or do, just fix your frame, because I proclaim that where it counts, we're all the same. Minorities, majorities, constituents, authorities, red elephants, or blue donkeys. The core of these divisions are decisions. We decide to be divided, but we don't have to. We can pull through, and me and you, there's so much more that we can do united. I've decided that I'm done being nearsighted, because someday they'll see, from sea to sea, that it's not about me, but it's all about us. And thus all the fuss about who's right and let's fight and my way or bust is just superfluous, and we should all discuss how to see one another with love, not bias. Because just look around you and see all these faces. We're all walking through this life at our own paces. So whatever your politics, religion, or race is, you're gonna go out there and man, you're gonna go places. So wherever you are, you've gotta work with your placement, whether it's in New York, Asia, or your own parents' basement. Because wherever and whenever and whoever you are, just know you can go far and shoot for every star and love the life that you have got, no matter how bizarre. Because whether or not it's what you thought, this life you have is all you've got. And potential, man, you've got a lot. So please, I beg you, my dear friends, do not throw away your shot.
A famous philosopher once said, "Life is a journey to be experienced, not a problem to be solved." This great thinker also suggests we simply be present in each and every moment of our journey when he says, "Sometimes, if you stand on the bottom rail of a bridge and lean over to watch the river slipping slowly away beneath you, you will suddenly know everything there is to be known." And while some may not recognize the author, we all remember the honey-loving bear who walked around the woods with no pants, rocking a red crop top, Winnie the Pooh. Tonight, I will reflect on the profound thoughts of this simple bear. For most of us, our journey began on a hot August morning when we walked in the large red doors of Hempfield High School and hoped to find our homeroom before the bell rang. Pooh gave voice to our uncertainty that first day when he said, "I am not lost, for I know where I am. But however, where I am may be lost." Though by now we figured out how to maneuver the halls, we may find ourselves lost sometimes. But in getting lost, we will carve new paths, discover incredible opportunities, and meet extraordinary new people. That first day, everyone was just looking for a place to belong. These first connections may not have been a life-changing moment like when Pooh met Christopher Robin, but the friendships we formed made the long school days a bit more bearable and the weekends a lot more fun. It didn't matter whether our personal journey included getting a part-time job, joining the marching band, playing a sport, performing on stage, or making movies in Comtech. I think Pooh's words ring true when he says, "We didn't realize we were making memories, we just thought we were having fun." While we leave high school behind today, we hope our class left an impression on our school. Again, Winnie the Pooh has a similar thought when he says, "Promise me you'll never forget me, because if I thought you would, I'd never leave." It's a nice sentiment, you silly old bear, but we don't have that option. It's time to move on to our great unknown. After tonight, we should take the opportunity to slow down, enjoy the little things, and relax. Pooh suggests, let us begin by taking a smallish nap or two. We will need to balance our new adventures with our changing realities. Though starting our careers or going to college may be stressful, we should take the time to be grateful for these opportunities and remember our loved ones who have helped us along the way. When life gets hard, just remember, eat a little honey and relax. If Pooh can do it, so can we. I hope when you face the future, you learn to put faith in yourself and recall Pooh's wise words. You're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Basically, fake it till you make it. Thank you to the faculty, our families, and our friends for giving us the tools to journey on to the next chapter. We couldn't have done this without you. And finally, I leave you with one more deep thought from our friend Winnie the Pooh. How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. Thank you.
Thank you, Madeline and Britt. Outstanding jobs. Here at Hempfield High School, we are very proud of our Performing Arts Department. At this time, the Bel Canto and Hempfield Singers, under the direction of Alan Mudrick, will present the choral selection, I Lived. Thank you, Dr. Mudrick, and thank you, members of our chorus. That was outstanding. It is now my privilege to introduce Mr. Bill Otto, the president of Hempfield's Board of School Directors.
Welcome. Let me get my glasses on. I tried increasing the font size, but if I did that without my glasses, I'd have a pile of paper about that high. We are here today to celebrate the graduation of the Hempfield High School class of 2017. I sincerely hope that this commencement ceremony will be one of your fond memories as you move on in life. It has been a long road from kindergarten to 12th grade, but you weathered the storms and you made it. You have spent your entire life up to this point learning and growing. Since your early childhood years, you've grown physically, intellectually, emotionally, academically, and socially in so many ways. You've learned how to identify and address your needs, to communicate with others, to reason and make choices, and to set and achieve goals. This process of growth and learning has brought you here tonight, ready to go out into the world. Many of you have already made your decision on what you will do to further learn and grow. Some will continue their education at various institutions of higher learning. Others have chosen to enter the workforce, while others will take different paths based on their passions, interests, and desires, and some have chosen to enter into military service. For all those in the audience who have, or are, or will be serving, let me thank you for your past, present, and future service. In all probability, you will take diverse paths to get where you want to be in the future. But there are some items I spoke about the last few years that I think are important to remember throughout your lifetime. Many may seem very simple, but in practice can prove to be very difficult. 1, always do your best and be accountable for your actions or lack of actions. What we do or do not do is one of those very visible things that define who we are. All too often, many people tend to blame others for what happens to them rather than analyzing what they have or have not done that affected them. You are accountable for your actions. No one else is. 2nd, you should take interest in and become knowledgeable in what is happening locally, statewide, nationally, and globally. We live in a global society where an adverse event in one country can have effects across the world. With today's technology, you have unprecedented access to vast amounts of information. Use this to your advantage. Today's, and I'm sure tomorrow's technology, will allow you to further your knowledge of any issue. Always avail yourselves of any form of educational opportunity you have to become a more informed, knowledgeable individual. It is not just important for you, but for us as a country. The more informed the citizenry, the better the decisions will be that are needed to run this country. The last item is one you have an enormous head start on. That is your unselfish efforts to give back to your community, because there is such a huge need out there. At board meetings, I am always amazed at how much work by so many students and others is accomplished to help those in need within our communities and elsewhere. Your actions are outstanding and a role model for others. Continue that throughout your lives in whatever community you eventually settle in. In looking toward the future, I would like to take a quick look back to when I was your age. The futurists were predicting things that at the time seemed impossible. Yet here we are today with many of those predictions a reality. I believe that the future for you will be limited only by imagination and the desire and drive to make the world a better place. You and your generation will be imagining and building that which is needed to make our world a better place. It will require hard work, and you will not always succeed, but it is imperative that you continue to try, as many before you have found out. Because you, as they did, will learn from your mistakes. This will make you stronger and wiser for having tried, and hopefully very successful. Over the last few years, I have had the privilege of presenting students with their diplomas. As I presented them with their diplomas, I was struck by the sparkle in their eyes as they looked forward to the future. It is a wonderful thing to see that sparkle and the hope for the future that I am sure is behind that sparkle. And so I ask you, the class of 2017, to never let anyone or anything extinguish that sparkle or hope. The reason I ask this of you is because you are our future. You have received an excellent education here at Hempfield, which will serve you well and allow you to imagine and implement world-changing future ideas and take you wherever you want to go. So on behalf of the school board, I want to wish all of you the best of everything as you continue to learn and grow. Keep that sparkle in your eyes alive and that hope alive, and I hope that we read about your outstanding accomplishments in future years. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Otto. On behalf of Hempfield High School and all of our schools in the Hempfield School District, I would like to thank Mr. Otto and the entire Board of School Directors for their commitment to provide our students with outstanding educational opportunities. We appreciate everything you do for the students and staff of Hempfield School District. Will our school board members who are present on stage this evening please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Thank you. Our next student speakers this evening are Elizabeth and Sarah Beerley, who will present their speech entitled Two Paths Diverge. Elizabeth and Sarah will be followed by Student Council President Alexander Groff, who will present his speech entitled Leaving Our Mark.
Hey, Hempfield! So tonight, as I hope you've all figured out, is graduation. We are all sitting here wearing the same robes, with the same caps, and the same colored shoes, waiting to walk across the same stage to get the same folder with the same diploma. When you look at that piece of paper, the only difference you would see between Sarah and me is our first names. We've gone to the same schools, been in the same grades, had the same birthday, and even shared DNA. But it is our journey, not our diploma, that is the story. Hempfield High School is a building about 10 miles away from here that is made of brick and glass and whiteboards. Our school has a reputation of academic excellence, sports championships and achievements, and a fabulous arts program. But here's the thing, a building doesn't take the SATs, a building doesn't play football, and I've certainly never seen a building sing. Although if you have and I could get a video from you, that would be great. My point is that we are not defined by our school. We define our school. We are the students getting good grades, or sometimes forgetting about projects. We are the students training in 90-degree weather, trying to score more goals or run faster or get stronger to beat others out on the field.
We are the students staying at school for 24 hours in one weekend to light and prepare a show. Maybe I'm stating the obvious here, but Hempfield is such a great school because of the great individual people inside.
We all have our own measures of success and achievement. We all have our own favorite classes and people and teachers and memories. We've been defining ourselves for the past 4 years, and that journey is our story.
When you look at Sarah and me standing here together on the stage, the difference should be obvious.
Okay, actually, maybe it's not.
But you can at least tell there are two of us, right? If you look closely, you'll see some differences between us.
And I cannot stress enough how different we really are.
But if you're far away, all you see is two people dressed the same and who, at least I'm told, sound very much alike. Although not everyone in the class of 2017 has a twin, tonight we're all in a similar situation. If you're standing in the back of this gigantic gym, you're seeing a massive group, about 535 of us, wearing the same robes and the same caps and waiting to walk the same path across the same stage to get the same folder.
But as soon as you open that folder and see each different name on each different diploma, you are seeing the end of someone's high school journey, the piece of paper that proves we finally made it. And when you start talking to each of us, you learn that behind each of those names is a different combination of twists and turns and speed bumps and sometimes just brick walls that we have had to find our way around to get here today.
Graduation is a celebration of the fact that 535 different paths all happen to converge for a brief moment on the same stage. In a few hours, when the pictures are over and the goodbyes are said, our paths will diverge again, leading the class of 2017 in different directions.
It is the journey that is the story, and that story doesn't end tonight.
For the past 4 years of high school, I've dreamed of being here, a feeling that I'm sure many of you can relate to. I couldn't wait to walk across this stage and move on to the next chapter in life. But in this moment, as I stand here looking out at all of you, I can't help but feel nostalgic. It's surreal to think that in August we won't be returning to the halls of Hempfield High School. Instead, we'll be headed down our own separate paths, only to be reminded of our time together through the fond memories and relationships we have formed. We began this grand journey that is high school 4 years ago, and through our time together, we have shaped each other into the young men and women we are today. I think we all can agree with this statement. High school is far from simple. We fill our schedules with our own priorities, whether it be extracurriculars, schoolwork, or part-time jobs. As we got older, things only got more complicated, just like adults told us as kids. They told us to cherish every moment of childhood because one day we would wake up and have actual responsibilities. I was reminded of this as today got closer and closer. I realized that rushing through high school was not the move. In fact, I was complaining to a friend last year about how slow freshmen walk in the halls. He agreed with me, but he stated that perhaps instead of them walking too slowly, I was moving too quickly. I'm the type of person who likes to move fast, with a purpose and get more accomplished. He said by moving so quickly, you miss the journey that is high school. And all those small moments that you miss by rushing around are where all the experiences, relationships, conversations, friendships, and most importantly, the memories exist. Instead of slowing down and enjoying life's small moments, we've been too focused on the destination. The truth is, life is not all about the journey. It is all about the journey, it's not about the destination, sorry. I encourage you to go out into this wonderful world of adventures and truly experience life and focus on the journey, not the destination. This is the biggest change that we have experienced thus far in our short lives. Friends have come and gone, career aspirations have changed, and our values and beliefs have been refined as we matured. In today's world, change is the only constant in our lives. So instead of fearing change, embrace it, because it will only make us stronger and wiser people. With this in mind, go out into this vast world of opportunities, and as Gandhi urged us so many years ago, be the source of change you desire to be. If you feel that something you are passionate about needs changed, lace up your shoes, roll up your sleeves, and get to work. Hempfield has provided us with life's ultimate tool, knowledge. It is our responsibility to utilize and display this newly acquired tool in order to improve our world, our country, and our communities. So, class of 2017, we have the preparation and we have the knowledge to change the world on our daily walk through life. Now it's up to us to make it happen. Are you ready to leave your mark?
I would like to take this opportunity to thank our speakers this evening for an outstanding job, both in preparing and sharing their messages. I would also like to thank Hempfield Bel Canto Singers for their excellent performance along with our chorus. Please join me in recognizing our speakers and choral performers at this time. Tonight, we have some very special guests in attendance. They are the members of the class of 1967. Yeah. The class of 1967 are here as part of their 50th anniversary celebration of their graduation from Hempfield High School. Earlier this evening, there was a reception held in their honor. Members of the class of 1967 we are honored that you have come this evening to celebrate your 50th reunion with us. At this time, would you please stand to be recognized? Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause. At this time, I have the distinct pleasure of recognizing the 10 students who have achieved the highest weighted cumulative grade point average in the class of 2017. Would our top 10 academic performers please come to the stage at this time? Your order. All right. As I call your name, please step forward to be recognized and then receive your plaque. Ladies and gentlemen, family and guests, please hold your applause until all 10 students have been recognized. Our top 10 students in alphabetical order are Samantha Armstrong. Samantha will attend Washington Lee University in the fall and is undecided as to her major. Benjamin French. Benjamin has enrolled at Emerson College and plans to major in film production. Katie Grosh. Katie will be attending Grove City College in the fall and will be majoring in mathematics. Madison High. Madison will attend Temple University next school year and plans to major in biochemistry and pre-medicine. Hannah Johnson. Hannah is the salutatorian of the class of 2017. She will be attending Colby College and she will major in biology with a concentration in pre-medicine. Allison Letevic. Allison will be attending the University of Pittsburgh, and she will major in biology and also is interested in pre-medicine. Cameron Medea. Cameron will attend Franklin Marshall College and plans to major in business and is also interested in pre-medicine. Madeline Meldrum. Madeline, who is the class of valedictorian, will enroll at Brigham Young University and is currently undecided as to her major. Earlier today, our commencement practice, Madeline received her valedictorian plaque, which was presented by the Hempfield Education Association. Abigail Mitchell. Abigail will attend Messiah this fall and will major in mathematics. Elise Nisley. Elise will be attending Bucknell University next year, majoring biology and also pre-medicine. Please join me in congratulating these students for their tremendous academic performance. Thank you for a job very well done. Good job, guys. Thank you. Go ahead. Also this evening, we'd like to recognize the academic top 10% of the class of 2017. These students are noted in the commencement program and may be recognized tonight by their white stoles. At this time, would these students please stand to be recognized? Ladies and gentlemen, the top 10% for 2017. Congratulations. During the last several weeks, many of our students received awards and recognition at events that included, but are not limited to, the Hempfield High School Senior Awards Program, Lancaster County Career and Technology Center Awards Program, the Tri-M Music Honor Society Program, and the National Art Honor Society program. Award recipients are noted in your program. At this time, would all students who received awards at any of our spring awards programs please stand to be recognized? Congratulations. And thank you for committing the time and energy needed to realize the level of success you have attained. Seniors, this is your night and you've gotten a lot of recognition. However, we all know that there have been a lot of people who have helped you get here. Please join me in thanking the members of the Hempfield educational family, all the parents, family members, friends, and community members. Without their support, the achievements you have realized thus far in your life would not have been possible. Let's thank them. The Hempfield educational family also includes both the teaching and support personnel who take great pride in the school, students, and our facilities. Many members of our professional and support staff are participating in this evening's ceremony to ensure that our commencement program flows smoothly. Please join me in recognizing the contributions that the staff of Hempfield High School and the Hempfield School District have made to prepare these students for success both in and out of the classroom. I would like to acknowledge the senior class advisors, Mr. Zahid Vermani and Mr. Joe Brogan, for their work with the senior class over the past 4 years. Thank you. Additionally, I'd like to publicly recognize and thank Dr. Kathy Furman, Mr. Casey Douglas, and Mr. Jason James. Without their efforts and guidance this evening, would not be such a successful endeavor. Thank you. Lastly, I'd like to extend a very special thank you to Miss Renee Dissinger. I cannot begin to express my gratitude for the work that Renee does for graduation. The long hours she spent organizing tonight's program, as well as the Senior Awards Night, are greatly appreciated by all. Renee, a very sincere thank you for everything you have done for me, our graduates, and the entire Hempfield school community. Thank you. To the class of 2017, life has both many celebrations and many challenges waiting for us to experience. Today is one of the celebrations. While this is an important milestone in your life, I want to stress that today is just one day that exists in your life. In her poem, The Dash, Linda Ellis refers to the days between the person's birth and the death as the dash. We each have times like tonight that remind us to live life to the fullest. I ask that you open your mind and your hearts to this poem. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke the following date with tears. But he said what matters most of all was the dash between those years. For the dash represents all the time that they spent alive on earth. And now, only those who loved him know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live in love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real and always try to understand the way other people feel. And be less quick to anger and show appreciation more. And love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read with your life actions to rehash, would you be proud of those things they say about how you spend your dash? Class of 2017, you are solidly within your dash, and I encourage each of you to make the most of this time. Over the last 13 years, you've spent your dash in many ways. Some of you focused on your academics, some artistic skills, tech ed, athletics, while others may have excelled at social skills, Clash Royale, sleeping, or just hanging out. However, you have spent the last 13 years, you have started the foundation of your dash. As you move forward with the rest of your life, I hope you choose to follow your passion and work to become a self-actualized person. I hope you maximize your dash. As you sit waiting to receive your diploma tonight, please notice that you're not alone. Along your educational dash, you are accompanied by many others. The participants in your dash may be here tonight. Some will join you at your graduation party, and some have finished their dash and wait for you to conclude yours. Please take some time to thank those who have helped you fill in your dash. I am proud to have accompanied you on part of your journey as you began filling in your dash. I am proud of the young adults you have become. To everyone in attendance tonight and everyone at home watching this ceremony, thank you. You certainly have helped lay a solid foundation for the dash of students in Hempfield High School's class of 2017. Congratulations on your graduation, and good luck in all that you do. Thank you. Before I present the graduating class, may I remind the audience that this is a momentous occasion. These students have worked for 13 years to reach this academic accomplishment. Many parents have waited 18 years or more to hear the name of their son or daughter presented for graduation. Hearing their name is very important. Letting your student know how proud you are of them should take place before and after this ceremony, not in the middle. Parents will only hear the name they've waited 18 or more years to hear if you hold your applause and comments until all names have been read and the entire class has been recognized. Please understand that noisemakers will not be tolerated and those using them will be removed. Your cooperation will be greatly appreciated by everyone, especially the parents of graduates, as we prepare to bestow the diplomas upon the class of 2017. Dr. Adams, Mr. Otto, it is my pleasure and honor to present to you the graduating class of 2017. I hereby certify that these students have completed all academic requirements established by the Hempfield School District and State Board of Education and are entitled to receive their diplomas. Seniors, it is that time. Please present yourself on stage when called forth by Dr. Reinhardt and Dr. Harrington.
Noah Edward Merlot.
Chirelis Urena.
Abigail Ina Mitchell.
Alexander Philip Groff.
Logan Charles Steef.
Olivia Ann Pauser.
Madison Nicole High.
Benjamin Joseph French.
Frankie Marcial Melendez.
Sarah Croft Beerley.
Madeline Meldrum.
Connor James Kolakowski.
Nicholas Miller Norton.
Elizabeth Lair Beerley.
Allison Elizabeth Lativic.
Colby Mitchell Smith.
Tyler D. Hilton.
Samantha Lily Kate Armstrong.
Hannah Louise Johnson.
Zachary Michael Thomas.
Cameron J. Madilia.
Elise Elena Nisley.
Isabella Rose Marco.
Claude Richard Benevento.
Quentin Matthew Hernandez.
Britt Colleen Dusha.
Katie Elizabeth Grosh.
Damian Leroy Smith Jr.
Ryan Francis Smith.
McKenna Lee Zerby.
Sasha Marie Bitts.
Christopher F. Wada.
Jeremy Michael Eberly.
Catherine Elizabeth Chudzik.
Catherine Marie Graybill.
Matthew Lamb.
Colin Miller.
Alyssa Emily Widener.
Jamie Renee Souter.
Nicholas Anthony Smith.
Logan William Garrett.
Catherine Kiernan Knoll.
Ariana Radke,
Eric Mallory,
Tanner Nathaniel Horn,
Caitlin Noel Hostler,
Karina Rose Kaiser,
Jason Paul Furlong,
Jack Thomas Hessinger,
Catherine Elizabeth Klein,
Alessandra Elizabeth West,
Nicholas Lee Kaufman,
Sean Spencer Kreider,
Abigail Rose Bittner,
Jillian Emma Black,
Robert J. Marenick,
William Lee Wakefield,
Catherine Pham,
Destiny Love Torres,
William Cole Swernick,
Sean Michael Helm,
Joanna Catherine Karamfili,
Brianna Nicole Kanke,
Ronaldo Cruz,
Anthony Manuel Medina,
Sydney Nicole Landis,
Raven Alicia Ortez,
Christopher Michael Luce,
Donovan David Winters,
Ashley Colleen Moser,
Amanda Renee Grube,
Thomas James Biondolillo,
Mina N. Sos,
Stephanie Victoria Laudine,
Taylor Paige Kaiser,
Zachary Michael Glinsky,
Martin Alexander Wanger,
Caitlin A. McMaster,
Charlotte Marie Hoover,
Alameen Nasser Muhaddin,
Josh Wagner,
Allison Bish,
Brianna Nicole Olweiler,
Bryce Jordan Lawkoff,
Jordan Richard Howells,
Kaylee Belleville,
Rachel Nicole Smith,
Alexander Gordon Dame,
Cody L. Kaler,
Aria Rose Parker,
Jenna Marie Carr,
Tanner Nicholas Seitz,
Christopher William Finnegan,
Kira Noel Thomas,
Carla Y. Cruz,
Brian Thomas Dianchi,
Daniel Barley Forey,
Javiera Noel Robinson,
Carolyn Sabri Shaker,
Andrew Thomas Barton,
Cameron Logan Hess,
Gabrielle Nicole Wood,
Jillian Bryn Burkhart,
Anthony Noah Cloud,
Mark Robert Peterson,
Morgan Taylor Mahout,
Ashley Taylor Bortner,
Timothy Michael Rainier,
Dylan Michael Rugenstein,
Emily Elizabeth Stamen,
Cassidy Nicole Adams,
Deshaun Andrew Edwards,
Fisher William Zaban,
Eve Lee Casamajor,
Marissa Ann Sterner,
Michael Timothy Hostetter,
Andy X. Cologne,
Tyra Lene Robertson,
Kiara Lee Pagan Rivera,
Daniel Alexander Palacios Campos,
Brentley Stephen Kramer,
Chloe L. Carter,
Kiana Elizabeth Day,
Bemlock Casa Lafebo,
Jordan Tyler Ort,
Samantha B. Helgeson,
Jewel L. Smith,
Zachary Adam Lehman,
Austin G. Allison,
Josephina Lynn Eltz,
Anna Torres Ferreira,
Calvin A. McMillan,
Nicholas P. Bollinger,
Samantha Kelly Verespi,
Chris M. Miha,
Daniel Jordan Greener,
Joshua Donald Longenecker,
Natalie Jasmine Hunt,
Alicia Marie Goins,
Joseph Geeman Setlock,
Jared Michael McCumsey,
Madeline Brianne Snader,
Alyssa Caitlin Schlegel,
Calvin Dane Balwell,
Nathan Michael Lead,
Andrea Rochelle Brubaker,
Gabriella Rose Thomas,
Matthew Carter Sheeran,
Douglas Lee Musser Jr.,
Amanda Madrid Paris,
Lauren Elizabeth Hockley,
Austin Michael Eady,
Dylan Charles White,
Brianna Lydia Santiago,
Kara Christine Cook,
William George Baumgardner,
Thomas Michael LaBarbara,
Amaya Gant,
Catherine Ann Stasiak,
Tyler J. Larry,
Damian M. Mim,
Anissa Lynn Ramos,
Keisha Marie Howard,
Logan J. Hollinger,
Kyle N. L. Bottenfield,
Natalie Marie Sapila,
Destiny Josmin Sanchez,
Brian K. Carl,
Spage Sishai Fong,
Alexis Marie Young,
Savannah J. Drulard,
Nicholas Jacob Vino,
Jonathan Michael Morrow,
Cassidy Nicole Stauffer,
Samantha Reagan King,
Joseph Philip Penna III,
Tanner Jean Schopf,
Priscilla Vienne Tran,
Anne Louise Luce,
Dylan Lee Haldeman,
Dylan John Rader,
Monica Abreu Adamas,
Kaylee Rem Kong,
Marig Ayanto,
Mark A. Freiberg,
Alexandria Aaron Lamoureux,
Kaneda Tatiana Bollier,
Kyle Richard Emmerich,
Nathan Edward Herman,
Brooke A. Birchfield,
Alexis Renee Unangst,
Jared Scott Bitterman,
Aaron Nathaniel Horst,
Nicole Marie Colon Castillo,
Teresa Marie Kessler,
William M. Crespo,
Griffin James Addy,
Elizabeth Angel Jimenez,
Madeline Leanne Eck,
Nathan J. Gestowitz,
Patrick William Scholl,
Taylor Nicole Rome,
Kylie Ann Blaitler,
Brendan N. Flores,
Evan Williams,
Claire Catherine Myers,
Jill Marie Freiberger,
Andrew Scott Adams Jr.,
Jacob Ryan Siebert,
Jamie Lynn Carpenter,
Caitlin Elizabeth Gorman,
Cody Ian Elliott,
Jimmy Cordell Dizon,
Morgan Kathleen Casper,
Catherine Luesis,
Ricardo Alfredo Delviar,
Sean Michael O'Hearn,
Madeline Lee Massengarb,
Amy Moncrief Johnston,
Michael D. Stofflet,
Jordan Lorenzo Walker,
Erica Page Otthofer,
Kiera Nicole Lathan,
Ilan Pinzan,
Tyler A. Boothdy,
Leoise Diaz de Leon,
Jasmine Mariana McMayo,
Victor Miguel Gonzalez Munoz,
Owen Graham Brubaker,
Elizabeth Ann Van Engen,
Emily Elizabeth Kroll,
Victor Manuel Camacho Torres,
Rain Christoph Michael,
Sophia Lane Russo,
Aislinn Elizabeth Lowry,
Theodore Lee Jacobs,
Kyle D. Rittenhouse,
Rowaney Gubaju,
Angelica Vithita Knight,
Dylan Thomas Mulroney,
Aaron Taylor Moody,
Bethany Snow Joyce,
Taylor Lauren Papalis,
Alexander Lars Cook,
James F. Zimmerman,
Cassandra Jade Cohen,
Madison Lynn Schwartz,
Damian Ahmed Smith,
Dylan Boas,
Brittany Carol Mumah,
Sydney May Barley,
Ryan Daniel Kell,
Javon Devonte Mitchell,
Emily Marie Martin,
Brooke Lynn Troutman,
Stephen Anthony Patrone,
Zachary Warren Schneck,
Jordan Lee Close,
Elizabeth Carolyn Myers,
Keith Christopher Robinson,
Kevin K. Lopez,
Victoria Lee Figueroa,
Caitlin Marie Carpenter,
Anthony Stephen Yonan,
Matthew William Kreider,
Jacqueline Blythe Nikoloff,
Alexandra C. Keene,
Christopher Ryan Christwaka,
Jonathan A. Lawrence,
Kaylee Joan Elizabeth Wahlberg,
Olivia May Sejak,
Matthew Christian Holstein,
Colin Darrell Seats,
Crystal Monica Soy,
Kiara Armani Green,
Justin S. Schaefer,
Nicholas A. Sharp,
Andrea Marie Roan,
Kara Jean Allison,
Brandon A. Gaynor,
Evan Price Gold,
Ariane L. Thompson,
Madison Reed McHugh,
Kyle James Myers,
Robert Gregory Gambler,
Sydney Louise Schuba,
Michaela Elizabeth Rakugler,
Connor Farrell McPhee,
Jonathan D. Wrestler,
Ashley Heather Dubois,
Generis Aileen Lorenzo,
Nathan Mays,
Kevin R. Stoll,
Jade Van Mameren,
Christina Kimberly Rivera,
Fetty F. Shahada,
Kobe Todd Mattis,
Kirsten Paige Zemer,
Laura Ashley McVeigh,
Curtis Michael Rainier,
Joshua Ryan Backus,
Emily Marie Landis,
Kenzie Jane Rice,
Deely Sabetti,
Alec E. McCracken,
Margaret Ann Pohl,
Brianna Sky Pryor,
Jonathan Winnie,
Ryan Bishop Petrie,
Rosetta Louise Miller,
Miranda Chang,
Austin Matthew Spinelli,
Jonathan Taylor Dubois,
Leah Rhiannon Bragg,
Chandra Gurung,
Matthew Benjamin Miskowski,
Christian J. Mowry,
Stacy Asimwe,
Madison Taylor Stump,
Angel Juniel Colon Castillo,
Victor Michael Lopez,
Karina Nari Salinas,
Alexia Marin Haskey,
Ethan Merrick Alma,
Tyler Andrew Ziegler,
Brianna Rochelle Winget,
Samantha Adrienne Gruber,
Tylee Kareem Lewis,
Jack Henry Rule,
Lena Kalin Lee,
Carmen Parasabora,
Alexander Kai Hudgens Bowman,
Jensen Michael Nye,
Cameron Elizabeth Stover,
Emily May Singer,
Evan Gabriel Stolzfus,
William Dariel Saciado Morales,
Brianna Marie Byler,
Callie Marie Singleton,
Tyler Michael Brown,
Zachary Todd Walter,
Stevie Sue Autumn Reidenbach,
Paige Sarah Diminick,
Justin Van Wynn,
Jonathan C. Gutierrez,
Shelby Grace Parshauer,
Kylie Elise Kitch,
Benjamin David Werner,
Ian Donald Madison,
Wendy B. Myrtle,
Melissa N. Lee,
Hugh Andrew Mock,
Tyler Scott Rittenhouse,
Rachel Marie Hollenbaugh,
Serena Victoria Felix,
Keen Hunter Fulton,
Brandon G. Reed,
Greta Ann Patron Van Ammen,
Natalie Christine Platten,
Luke Henry Early,
Benjamin David Widowson,
Raquel Elizabeth Gomez Milian,
Katie Maria Sierra Reyes,
Patrick Thomas Willig,
Andrew Robert Landis,
Maria Claire Riggy,
Emily Hannah Gonzalez,
Christopher William Mueller Chapman,
Nicholas Eric Glass,
Lindsay Jordan Schaub,
Alexis Renee Stover,
Dylan Cole McPhail,
Joshua Martin Warren,
Melanie Ann Breckbill,
Nahom Tesfatson Kaladi,
Anthony Courtney,
Kelsey Marion Doran,
Mary Elizabeth Thomas,
Joaquim Samuel Theophile,
Cameron Isaiah Wardrop Sanchez,
Savannah R. Shalee,
Kavita Marie Bouchon,
Jesse Harris,
Andrew B. Brungard,
Catherine Ann Longenecker,
Savannah Alina Arabato,
Zoan Perez,
Nathaniel Solis,
Casey Casey Jade Bowling,
Emily Marie Saylor,
Mason Tyler Romero,
Emmett Charles Orgas,
Jessica Tara Metzler,
Hope Samantha Keel,
Michael Bjorn Ord,
Dominic Vincent Polidoro,
Alice Mayer Bolis,
Kayla Rose Torres,
Evan James Norton,
Andrew William Weaver,
Zakia Rollins,
Elise Catherine Law,
Daniel Lopez,
Jackie Zhao,
Emily Lynn Sipe,
Ashlyn Kittner,
Golo Kerner Smith,
Matthew Daniel Hamers,
Juliana Clark,
Lauren Catherine Hanna,
Dylan Mark Stevens,
Alexander Christopher Proethus,
Ruhama Lamore,
Emily Ann Buzzard,
Tyler Moyer,
Luke Michael Granois,
Asia Kiara Bookert,
Lisette Gonzalez,
John M. Mellinger,
Aaron Dolph Bear,
Tiara Lynn Hess,
Sierra Elizabeth Contra,
Dylan Robert Stone,
Hans Christian Maldonado,
Melanie Anya Noel Muller,
Natalie Grace Gillisey,
Christian Daniel Rivera,
Trent Nicholas Martin,
Amanda Nicole Lefevre,
Nardos Haile,
Dylan Castrello,
Cole Alexander Pernisi,
Mindy N. Lee,
Laura Nicole Heth,
Adrian Cole Hain,
Deshay Daquan Bear,
Catherine Elizabeth Ratchford,
Alicia White,
Tanner Bruce Anderson,
Dario Manuel Santa Cruz Sanchez,
Katarina Panota Vasil,
Cassandra Elise Bennett,
Vincent Thomas McMillian,
Buna Thurn,
Samantha Ann Lease,
Caitlin Rose Musanti,
Devin Francis Hyostek,
William Bradford Brown,
Catherine Ruth Rhine,
Jenna LeBove Cummins,
Sean R. Weidman,
James Calmer Gibble II,
Madeline Rose Kelly,
Cheyenne Michelle Trano,
Christopher John Holbrook,
Nathaniel Samuel Tedeschi,
Amaya Lynn Thomas,
Maria Phyllis Fisher,
Evan James Barnard,
Eric William Shannon,
Marie Ellen Lopez,
Megan Brianna Hucool,
Laron Muhammad,
Garrett Michael Shank,
Allison Elizabeth Schmidt,
Ashley Werner,
Tanner E. McAlpine,
Connor Stephen Redke,
Aaron Danielle Matthews,
Molly Amanda Hope Muller,
Matthew Scott Betafacia,
Andrew John Droud,
Alexis Leanne Ober,
Elizabeth Pence Bright,
Dylan Thomas Rohrbach,
Hunter Alexander Jones,
Sarah Lopez Reinhold,
Kiera Lanice Sumrall,
Logan A. Mesteller,
Alexander Hiller,
Ashley Nicole Noland,
Cullen Mackenzie Bolts,
Matthew Robert Brooks,
Logan Mosteller,
Michael A. Alfonso Jr.,
Mariah Lee Santiago,
Adam Paul Whitmer,
Louis Y. Abreu Vizcarrondo,
Paul V. Bliznook,
Stephanie Noel Nixon,
Victor Manuel Santana,
Alec Jeffrey Tanksley,
Elijah Dawson,
Emma Jean Rose Morris,
Brandon M. Reed,
Alexander Paul Mazzetti,
Caleb Michael Weber,
Hayden Lee Schertzer,
Harrison Edward Grimm,
Noah G. Olson,
Stephen T. Whalen,
Christopher Logan Smiley,
Elias Lowe Browse,
Devin Patrick Brown,
Mason Revel Kissinger,
Damon R. Weaver,
Damon Joseph Deck,
James Christopher Wall,
Troy A. Rosser,
Michael Eugene Cunningham II,
Nazir S. Washington,
Damian Cintron,
Good job, guys. All right, good job. At this time, I would ask that members of the chorus to move to the risers, please. Members of the chorus. Class of 2017, members of our audience, would you all please rise for our choral benediction in Alma Mater? Thank you, Dr. Mudrick. Thank you, choral members. As our students make their way back to their seats, I would ask that our guests take a seat, please. Our class of 2017, you need to keep on standing. A little extra work for you. It is my pleasure to introduce our final speaker, Isabella Marco. Isabella is the class president of the class of 2017. She will address her classmates and symbolically mark their transition from Hempfield High School students to Hempfield High School alum.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know if you know me, but my name is Bella. We went to high school together. That sounds pretty weird, doesn't it? Now, I'm going to keep this pretty short, but before we go, I would like to leave you with a quote that has inspired me these last few years. In the words of Maya Angelou, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget the way you made them feel." Having the privilege of growing up with such an amazing group of people is a feeling I know I will never forget. As we all continue to grow into the best versions of ourselves, let's abide by Miss Angelou's words. At this time, Hempfield class of 2017, I ask if you could all join me in turning our tassels from the right side of our caps to the left, signifying the end of this chapter and the beginning of the adventure that is the rest of our lives. Congratulations.
Good job. All right. That's right. Congratulations to the class of 2017. Yes. You have much to be proud of. This concludes this evening's ceremony. Thank you for attending, and please drive safely. We love you all.